Guys, today we got Nike finally running out of excuses. Justin Bieber is stealing from Kanye West. And Jordan, what is going on? Welcome to Sneaky Sunday. Guys, listen, Sneaky HQ is still live. Still, some amazing steals to go and find on there. Last week we did a bunch of giveaways. I literally just listed shoes and clothing for literally zero, like for free. It was first come, first serve. It was a lot of fun. People got in there and just swooped up everything. We're doing the same this week and we will continue to do it all the time, but I think I'm gonna move away from the drop method and just start like just randomly posting up stuff so people don't even know when it's going to happen. But yeah, if you don't know, this is where I list some crazy steal stuff from my collection, my sneaker collection, my closet. So just want to plug that. I'm gonna leave the link down in the description if you want to check it out. I highly recommend. But let's get into this news. Now I do want to start off with a little bit of a recap, just kind of go over some of the stories because they're pretty funny and pretty crazy at the same time. So 50 Cent and REEBOK decided to retro or re-release the classic G-Unit sneaker. There was a lot of talk before this release, people saying like, bruh, don't bring this shoe back, it's gonna flop. Nobody wants these things. Well, turns out a lot of people did because they completely sold out, or at least for the most part. There's a few sizes left, but yeah, people really wanted this shoe to return. And it went so far as to 50 Cent literally saying to Rick Ross after it sold out, he literally said, sold out, fat boy. Classic 50 Cent. The Adidas Jellyfish Tan or Crystal Sand colorway released on the 22nd. You know, I have seen some retailers with sizes left, so I don't think these things fully sold out. And even this white pair, like, what, weeks after the release, is still available at a bunch of different retailers. I think it's just the $300 price point. I think people like this pair of shoes, but it's just so damn expensive. Let me know if you grabbed either of these. But for the week ahead, the Awake New York collaboration on the Jordan 6 is definitely going to be one of the main things people are talking about. The raffle actually goes live today. It's pretty standard stuff. There's going to be two different colorways, a bubblegum pink one and then a blue one, similar to the Jordan 5s at least a little bit, and one of them is going to be exclusive to Awake New York, the actual, you know, raffle that they're holding, which of course is the pink one. So like I said, the raffle is live, or well, at 3 p.m. So by the time you're watching this, this should be live. $230 you can enter for the online delivery one. I think it's global. However, there is a pink one which is in store only, which obviously is New York, so they say locals first. If you miss out on either of these raffles, there will be a Nike sneakers app release which will have some of the clothing collection and then also the blue pair of the Jordan 6s, not the pink ones. And that release should be taking place on August the 29th. For me personally, I'm not going for either. Like, look, it's just, I'm good. I don't think it's a bad collaboration, but I'm good. But one of the most insane stories for the entire week has to be the Justin Bieber situation. So I'm sure many of you guys are aware, but about a year ago, Justin Bieber dropped his brand new clothing line, which has sneakers, like just everything. He almost releases everything. Now, I've done reviews on the entire collection, the shoes, the hoodies, like all of it. But ever since this stuff released, one single thing has always persisted with this brand, and that is the claim that Justin Bieber is copying or taking inspiration from Yeezy. And this is not just people on the internet making stuff up. A major reason why people are saying Justin Bieber is copying Yeezy is because Kanye himself said it.
Oh shit. By the way, your whole line is a copy of some shit I wouldn't release. It's shit I didn't feel comfortable releasing, and then base this whole shit off a bum ass shit that I wouldn't put out.
So the claim from Kanye is basically that Justin Bieber's whole entire clothing line is designs that Yeezy didn't even release, kind of like they were samples and stuff like that. And obviously there was no real confirmation of this. You couldn't really say for certain, but people could kind of see the inspiration there. But that all changed when Justin Bieber just this week showed off his new sneaker, and that is this right here. They called this, I believe, the Sensory sneaker or something like that, but there's pictures of him wearing these, and I gotta be honest, I love the look of them. Like, immediately I saw these things and I was like, damn, those look sick. However, just a few days later, he would get directly called out by the designer for Yeezy, Steven Smith. Again, if you don't know, he's kind of like the man behind a lot of Yeezy products, like the Yeezy 700, the Foam Runner. He is not just a massive part of Yeezy, but like a veteran sneaker designer. He's worked with New Balance, REEBOK, the list goes on. And this this man posted receipts. He posted this to Instagram and he captioned it, "Yep, it was my 500 V2, the unseen inspiration behind Justin Bieber's new shoe." And this is a picture of what the 500 V2, the Yeezy 500 V2 would have been. We all know the Yeezy 500, but this would have been the second version of that. And you can even see a product overview. This is like a sample tag where you've got like the model name, and of course you have the actual developers and designers. Steven Smith is listed on there. And like I said, you have had posts in Reddit forums of people talking about how, you know, a lot of the Skylrk's designs are reminiscent of Yeezy, whether that's the footwear or the clothing. You know, they talk about the hoodies and stuff like that. So it's been in the conversation for a while, but this is the first time where a designer has actually come out, at least to my knowledge, and said directly, this is taking inspiration or copying, you know, a previous piece of Yeezy work. To be honest, I don't really think people would kind of care or mind or have an issue with this, but it's because of how Kanye framed it, where he kind of makes it this whole like negative thing, kind of insulting him. And I think once you frame it in that like negative way, that changes things quite significantly, because there is so many different brands that take inspiration from so many other different brands, you know, and that is a large part of Yeezy as well. A lot of their designs are inspiration from other designers. It's basically fashion. But with this one, it might just beg the question, like, has Justin Bieber gone too far this time? And especially now that Yeezy has his own independent brand and is probably trying to release some of these designs that he never actually got to release. Maybe things were different when Yeezy was banned to the Shadow Realms, but now that they're kind of back and people are, you know, buying the products from Yeezy, you now have a little bit of competition here. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think? Is Skylrk perfectly fine just taking inspiration from previous stuff that hasn't even released to the public? Or do you think it's just a straight rip? Sticking with Yeezy for a second, we got a couple new updates. First one is an 800 tactical boot. This is going to be a new product. This was posted to Ye's Instagram story, again, where he's kind of seems to be the place where he's releasing these new ideas for products. So this is based off of the 800 runner. It's just now taller and I guess a boot. There's also this boot, which should be releasing at some point soon, another Yeezy product. But by far the most interesting thing is this story. Ye just registered Yeezy in New York. Are Yeezy stores coming soon? Now, Yeezy stores has been something that Kanye West has kind of talked about for a long time, and he has filed a few like name trademarks, but this is probably the biggest step in that direction. You know, he's now got his products into JD stores, which is crazy. I think it's always seemed like a stretch to imagine an actual Yeezy store, but now with all of the updates and this trademark filing or this filing to do business in New York, it seems like we might actually see Yeezy stores. I'm sure we'll get some updates pretty soon, but the question is, will Yeezy finally deliver on that promise they made years ago with this poster? Right, we've got a couple new release updates, some pretty interesting, some just kind of look cool, and I wanted to include them. First one, the Ja 4. This is a new colorway. I think the original one or the like launch colorway is already released for you guys out in the US, but this stealth one looking extra good is dropping on September the 4th. We just got brand new looks at the upcoming Jordan 4 Bred. They're returning on November the 28th. We've spoke about this quite a few times, so I'm not gonna spend too long on this, but I do just want to show you this. Yeah, it's looking like the Breds that we know and we love. No more leather, no more crazy updates, just an OG. This is a Jordan 1 that is going to be exclusively dropping in Europe. I cannot wait for you to see these things. They look insanely cool. Like, everybody is gonna want this pair. This is them. Anybody want bets on how long this shoe takes to hit the outlets? I'll put $100 on a week. Look, it's not bad, but come on. I think it's gonna take a lot more for a Jordan 4 to actually sell out than just making it exclusive. But they will be dropping full 2026, so if you like the look of these and you're located in Europe, they're heading your way. Vans is still continuing to absolutely dominate, and this will be another one that sells out. Mark my words. This is the red colorway of the Vans old school Pearlized. Nothing too crazy. They're not changing the script or anything. They're, you know, same old distressing and everything with the pearls, but there's just something about this new pearl design that got people going crazy for Vans. They sell out, they resell. The demand is super high. There's going to be a ton more colorways, and this is going to be the latest one dropping at some point fall 2026. We don't have an exact release date, but these are official images, so I imagine soon. This is a pretty crazy one. Next year, Jordan Brand is going to be collaborating on 3 Jordan 1s with MoMA. So this is a spring 2027 time frame for this release. They will be retailing at $205, so definitely more price hikes in 2027. And of course, if you don't know MoMA, it's essentially the Museum of Modern Art. You guys probably know the Air Forces they did with Off-White, you know, like some of those colorways were the whole MoMA thing. So yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but yeah, it's a pretty big deal that this collaboration is happening. And we do have some speculative mock-ups based off of the color code. It looks like they are going to have some kind of premium, interesting material where it's like crocodile skin. We should have a black and gray one, a black and orange, and a black and purple. Now, take these mock-ups, these AI images or renders, I don't know exactly what they are, with a grain of salt, because obviously we don't know what the actual shoes look like. So they could differ significantly from this. But let me know if you're down for a little MoMA collaboration. Will this get you out to pick up some new Jordan 1s or not? We just got first looks at the SoleFly Jordan 5. It seems like Jordan Brand is going to make a big push for Jordan 5s over the next few months and probably into 2027. And this is the latest in terms of their collaboration. Now, this release should be happening right around the corner, October 2026. The 8th of October is apparently when they're saying, but these are the only first looks that we've had. So, you know, that would be kind of soon. But this is the mock-up, and then this is the actual shoe. So it's really not that far off of the mock-up. In fact, I would say like the actual shoe kind of looks better. Like these things don't look bad at all. I love that teal color, and it's pretty wearable. It's simple, but yeah, let me know how you're feeling on these, because this pair of 5s, I think most likely you're probably not going to like them. This is the highly anticipated Undefeated Jordan 5. Huge new update from last week when we briefly spoke about the leaked rumors. This is happening. This is going ahead, and we already have images of what these look like. Here they are. This is the actual Undefeated Jordan 5. This is what they're going to be. Now, there is going to be 2 different versions, but this is the only one that we've actually seen. And man, since these images came out online, people have been laying into these things. Strap going through the middle ruined them. That seems to be the most kind of like commented thing, and I would have to agree. The little stripe, the racing stripe, the pull tab going through, like covering up the Jumpman, is a bit of a weird thing to do. The material choice looks to be some kind of like canvas with a raw edge, or like heavily stitched like edge around the ankle. Also don't know about that personally. Some people seem to like them, you know, like these are hard, I'm gonna be going for them. Some people absolutely hate these things, so it's interesting to see the response. But I will say these are at least something a little bit different. Now, not crazy different, you know, we're not reinventing the wheel here, but it is something slightly different, which means a lot when it comes to a Jordan retro release. I don't know, I really like the color combination. Some people hate this icy blue outsole. I disagree. I really like it, especially in combination with the yellowed out midsole. I think these are nice, but there are quite a few things that is making me like, you know, I'm not too big of a fan of like the target stitched in over here. It just looks a little bit kind of like unfinished. Either way, these are going to be dropping in February alongside another pair, which we have yet to see, but I would love to know from you guys. What do you think? Are you with these things or not? We just got first looks at the brand new Jordan 41. This is them. Take a good look, because I'm not spending a lot of time here. I'm gonna leave it at that. This is the Jordan 41, the latest in the line of the signature Jordan line is this. Let me know what you think. GIFs only. Now, this is actually a pair of shoes that I'm pretty damn excited about. Like, this might be one of the most exciting Adidas shoes I have seen in a minute. Take a look at these things. This is the Bad Bunny Adidas Cavehiker. Now, look, I know I'm kind of like, I like crazy shoes, and that's not everybody's cup of tea, but these things are beautiful. These things go so hard. And I know if it's not for you, that's completely fine. I understand it's a wild looking pair of shoes, but it's different. It's something we haven't seen before, which is why I think a lot of people are just like super excited about Adidas right now, because they're trying random stuff like this. And I cannot wait to get my hands on these. Any of these colors, maybe not this one. I'm not a big fan of this one, but the other 3, fire. There's a ton of different colorways. It's got me excited about the Adidas Bad Bunny collaboration again. Like, you know, I was really with it when they did the forums and the campuses, and then it just kind of was going down. You know, he released his signature shoe, and I was like, oh, okay, meh. But these, I'm back in. I am with you. I see the vision. Let me buy these things. Unfortunately, we don't have an idea on the exact release date for these, because I'm waiting patiently for them. But as soon as we get any more updates, I will let you guys know. Pharrell and Adidas are still cooking, though. Don't worry. It's not just the jellyfish. They do have a pretty strange looking shoe in the pipeline. So this is a pair of shoes that Pharrell Williams was wearing, and it's strange, but I do think these things would be extremely popular. Hear me out. They are huge. Like, the midsole on on them looks like a high performance running shoe where there's just a giant stack of foam. It also kind of looks like a running shoe as well, which is what a lot of people are interested in. He's wearing them at Disney, which is notoriously the place that people need the most comfortable shoes, you know, like you're walking around for like the entire day. And if you're wearing the wrong pair, you can get cooked. So people are looking at this like, if they're comfortable, I might be on board. I kind of share the same opinion. Like if these are comfortable, I'm with them. I think they kind of look cool. But yeah, this is the only image we have. No idea on release date, but yeah, let's keep it moving. Let me know what you think about these. Supreme and Nike are teaming up once again to drop some Air Force Ones for fall 2026. And they did do something pretty crazy. I mean, man, we could not have seen this coming, but they put camo on an Air Force One. Camo. You believe the nerve on these guys? How is this not broken the internet already? We've got camo on an Air Force. Nobody has ever done that before. You do still have the white and black ones with a little Supreme stamp, but yeah, I mean, wow. Camo, unbelievable. They are absolute geniuses over at Nike and Supreme for thinking of, like, how did they even come up with this idea? We just got official images of a new Air Max model, which is going to be very interesting. I think a lot of people are going to like these. It seems like an affordable comfort model. It's called the Air Max Metro. We have spoke about these things plenty of times before. It's kind of taking the Pegasus Premium, but then also into like a little breakdown lifestyle model that's slightly more affordable. I think 160 is still quite a lot. I would prefer if these were like 130, maybe 150 max, but 160 is kind of pushing it. Hey, maybe the tech in the midsole is great and they're insanely comfortable. We'll have to wait and see, but we've got 3 official images of different colorways. Let me know what you think. And release date for these is October the 1st. But we cannot talk about Nike without talking about one of the biggest gut punches this week. Their stock going even lower. I did not think we would see a lower point, but we have. It's now at the lowest point since 2014. Take a look at this graph, guys, because maybe you're not realizing how insane this is. It is down in a 5-year period 76%. It's now currently at $40, which is crazy. It just keeps on going down. Now look, we have spoke about Nike's struggles and their stock price going down and their demand, you know, kind of running out, but it seems like now people are no longer accepting the excuses that were being made when Nike first started struggling. You know, the whole John Donahoe thing where, you know, he came in and changed up the whole business, went direct to consumer and all of these problems, and sure, that is some part of it, but they've had a new CEO. They've had time to introduce all of these new products and, you know, come back with new innovation, which was another problem that people had with Nike, and it's still just dropping. Like, surely we would see a little bit of a bounce, a little $10 bump on that stock price. No. So now people are kind of like, well, has Nike just run out of excuses? Do people just not want to buy Nikes anymore? Are they actually going to address some of the biggest problems that we have seen people talk about over and over again? The price point, the quality. People are just starting to flat out say like, Nike is not even cool anymore. I've heard that take plenty of times. I don't know. It's just really crazy. We're gonna have to see what their response to all of this is and how things kind of move from here. All I'm gonna say is there has been a huge shift in what people actually want. There's so many problems, it's hard to even know where to start. I've made plenty of videos on this, so you can always go back on the channel and look at some of them, because some of those things are pretty interesting when I actually went into, you know, all of the different reasons and in China and stuff like that. But let's make this simple. Let me know down in the comment section, what is your personal experience with this? Have you stopped buying Nikes? Do you have some kind of experience to be like, I used to think of Nike like this, but now I think? Let me know in the comments. But that wraps it up for this week's episode of Sneaky Sunday. Don't forget to check out Sneaky HQ, my website. There is so many bangers on there, guys. You just have to go and have a look, and I am going to be uploading some today. But like I said, we're no longer doing drops. I'm just going to randomly do it. Sometimes you'll see some free stuff pop up, sometimes some really cool cheap stuff. You never know what you get on Sneaky HQ. Thank you so much for hanging out with me every single weekend. If you want to catch another video, check that one out. In fact, I'm going to put a playlist up there. Just experience it.